crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with News Source Crawlers December 6th, crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with News Source Crawlers December 6th, 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube Music Charts. Global Top Songs November 22nd to November 28th, 2024. Apiti, Jose Bruno Mars. Die with a Smile. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Aede Kiraat. Mathubanti Bachi. Divya. Tu Boda. Oscar Maidón y Fuerza Regida. Kissick, Sublashini. Si antes te hubiera conocido. Karol G. y Minnale. Aricharan y Sweta Moan. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 22nd to Thursday, November 28th, 2024. Apiti, Jose, Bruno Mars. Die with a Smile. Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Luther, with SZA. Kendrick Lamar, SZA. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Squabble Up, Kendrick Lamar. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. The Merry Gentleman. Hot Frosty. Spellbound. Minions. The Rise of Gru. Most viewed films, non-English. Tmax. The Lost Children. Let Go. Devara. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. A Man on the Inside, Season 1. Arcane, Season 2. Cobra Kai, Season 6. Most viewed TV, non-English. The Cage, Season 1. Sisters Feud, Season 1. The Empress, Season 2. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers from December 2nd, 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree. My Sims, Cozy Bundle. Stardew Valley. The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Steam's hottest games. Global top selling and top played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue list for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG, Battlegrounds. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases 6 industrial control systems advisories. CISA adds 1 known exploited vulnerability to catalog. 1 more drop in the AI ocean. NVIDIA's Himba 1.5b. Instruct is a 1.5b parameter model fine-tuned from Himba 1.5b, based using a combination of open-source instruction datasets and internally collected synthetic datasets. This model is fine-tuned with supervised fine-tuning and direct preference optimization. Himba 1.5b. Instruct is capable of many complex and important tasks like math reasoning, function calling, and role-playing. OpenAI launches full O1 model with image uploads and analysis. Debuts ChatGPT Pro. Copilot Vision, Microsoft's AI tool that can read your screen, launches in preview. China cuts fighter pilot training by 1 year, on track for full overhaul by early 2030s. Waymo to expand to Miami, aims to launch robotaxi service there in 2026. California will require fingerprint screening for Uber drivers to provide ride shares to minors. Consumer Reports survey finds electric vehicle reliability improving but lagging gas models. Reuters reports that TSMC in talks with NVIDIA for AI chip production in Arizona, sources say. Meta to invest $10 billion for Louisiana data center. OpenAI strikes content deal with Tom's Guide owner Future. Crypto startups ousted as Ponzi schemes by U.S. are thriving in Dubai. McKinsey agrees to pay $122 million to settle South Africa bribery case. And former McKinsey Africa director admits bribing Eskom and Transnet officials as guilty plea is released. Legendary Medellin cartel drug lord released from U.S. prison after serving 25 years. Streaming site Twitch is embroiled in controversy over creators' content about its handling of Israel and Palestine as J.P. Morgan, AT&T pulled Twitch ads following anti-Semitism claims. Amazon's Prime Video is adding Apple TV Plus as a subscription add-on. TikTok partners with Nielsen to track cross-media ad campaign performance. Bahamas rejects Trump proposal to take in deported third-country migrants. Mexico president will ask Trump to deport non-Mexican migrants directly to their home countries, as incoming Trump administration plans to deport some migrants to countries other than their own. In the U.S., Census Bureau director says citizenship question in 2030 would dampen participation. 4 years ago, Trump signs memo to omit undocumented immigrants from census apportionment count. After Trump's win, some women are considering the 4B movement. The no sex, no dating, no marriage, no children. Interest grows in 4B movement to swear off men. Russia revokes rehabilitations of 4,000 Soviet-era victims of political repression, restoring their status as traitors to the motherland. Italian nun among 25 arrested in raid against Ndrangheta mafia. EU naval force claims Chinese fishing vessel under control of alleged pirates in Somali waters. James Cameron's Lightstorm Vision, Meta Inc. multi-year partnership for 3D entertainment. WWE to remain family-friendly in 2025's Netflix era. Pantone names Mocha Mousse 2025 Color of the Year. Satellite images show Iran's new drone carrier has set sail, leaving its home port for the first time. Israeli intelligence sees growing chance Assad's forces collapse in Syria. 48,000 Russian soldiers may be MIA in Ukraine, Putin's relative reveals. OPEC Plus delays oil output hike until April 2025, extends cuts into 2026. Decline of reflective low clouds may have contributed to recent record heat. Vanuatu urges World Court to recognize climate change harms, as Vanuatu's youth-led movement on climate change heads to the ICJ. Oldest known remnants of archery in Europe discovered in Spain's Bat Cave. The largest Stegosaurus fossil ever found just sold for $44.6 million at Sotheby's to billionaire Ken Griffin. What can glow in the dark for days using fungus that infects trees, researchers find. Pakistan's jailed former PM Imran Khan threatens civil disobedience movement. 1 day ago, Pakistan's Imran Khan indicted on charges of inciting attacks against military. Canada bans more types of firearms and proposes donating guns to Ukraine. Ukrainian group in U.S. opposes Starlink expansion due to Musk's Russia ties. The 38th Annual Conference on Neural Information Processing Systems, dubbed as Olympics of AI, to take place at Vancouver Convention Center between Tuesday, December 10th through Sunday, December 15th. Trump names Musk ally David Sachs, AI and crypto czar to coordinate policy. Humanoid robots could create a $7 trillion market in the next 25 years, says Citi analysts. Elon Musk spent over $250 million to help elect Trump. Trump talks up his transition and election victory as he receives Fox Nation Award. New York Times comments as, Trump could take us to war with Iran, but he could also broker peace. China cutting e-commerce red tape to ease export of small packages, support flexible jobs. Chinese car makers turn to hybrids to avoid EV tariffs from the EU. China counters U.S. by proposing 20% price reduction on domestic products. Critics' Choice Awards nominations announced. FX's Shogun leads TV nominations. Kraftwerk celebrate 50 years of Autobahn, announced 2025 North American tour. Project K, as League of Legends card game revealed by Riot Games. LPGA, USGA new policy requires female at birth or pre-puberty change. In Switzerland, 16-year-old may change gender entry, as Swiss court rules teen can change gender entry without parents. Tokyo government gives workers 4-day workweek to boost fertility, family time. Feds are probing 764, the COM's use of cybercriminal tactics to carry out violent crimes. 65% of employees bypass cybersecurity policies, driven by hybrid work and flexible access. Apple stealth piracy app Trio, by a group whose combined age 215 years face $18.5 million damages claim. Scientists developed the world's first carbon-14 diamond battery, offering a 5,000-year lifespan. The device uses radioactive decay to generate low power levels. NASA says moon mission is further delayed, but hopes to land astronauts before China. Research shows more than 150 million mental diagnoses may be linked to lead in gasoline. Major health insurance companies take down leadership pages following murder of United Healthcare CEO. Up to 1 in 5 households in Europe experience catastrophic spending because of healthcare costs. New WHO digital platform. Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's latest edition. December 5th, 2024, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs from November 22nd, 2024 to November 28th, 2024. 1. APT. Rose and Bruno Mars. Die with a Smile. 2. Lady Gaga et Bruno Mars AJ Kirat. 3. Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida Tu Boda. 4. Sublashini Kissick. 5. Karol G. Si antes te hubiera conocido. Spotify's weekly top songs global chart from Friday, November 22nd, 2024 to Thursday, November 28th, 2024 features the following songs. APT by Rose featuring Bruno Mars 2. Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga featuring Bruno Mars. 3. Luther with SZA by Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA. 4. Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. 5. Squabble Up by Kendrick Lamar. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list from November 18th to November 24th, 2024, here are the most viewed films in English. The Merry Gentleman. Hot Frosty. Spellbound. Minions. The Rise of Gru. And here are the most viewed films in non-English languages. GTMX. The Lost Children. Let Go. Devara. From Netflix's Global Top 10 list for the period from November 18th, 2024 to November 24th, 2024, here are the most watched TV shows in English. A Man on the Inside, Season 1. Arcane, Season 2. Cobra Kai, Season 6. And here are the most viewed TV shows in non-English languages. The Cage, Season 1. Sisters Feud, Season 1. The Empress, Season 2. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from 02/December/2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree. My Sims. Cozy Bundle. Stardew Valley. The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Steam's hottest games. Discover the top-selling and most played games across the platform. From the top 100 products by revenue, here are the games that have been the most popular during the specified period. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG. Battlegrounds. Call of Duty. Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA has released 6 industrial control systems, ICS, advisories, and added 1 known exploited vulnerability to its catalog. One more drop in the AI ocean. NVIDIA's Himba 1.5B. Instruct, a 1.5 billion parameter model, is a refined version of Himba 1.5B base. It has been fine-tuned using a combination of open-source instruction datasets and internally generated synthetic datasets. The model has been trained through supervised fine-tuning and direct preference optimization. Himba 1.5B Instruct demonstrates remarkable capabilities in performing complex and significant tasks, including mathematical reasoning, function calling, and role-playing. Russian criminals helped UK drug gangs launder lockdown cash, as UK uncovers vast crypto laundering scheme for gangsters and Russian spies. At least 8 U.S. telecom firms were hit by China's hacking campaign, White House says, and U.S. senators vow action after briefing on Chinese Salt Typhoon telecom hacking. It has been announced that dozens of nations hit by China hack, as Americans warn to stop sending texts and U.S. officials urge Americans to use encrypted apps amid unprecedented cyber attack. Smugglers caught with 6,000 kilograms meth used Elon Musk's Starlink to navigate. OpenAI's 12 days of ShipMoss include Sora and new reasoning model, and ChatGPT surpasses 300 million weekly active users. Baidu confirmed as China Apple intelligence model provider, but privacy concerns mount. As the information reports, Apple hit snags adapting Baidu's AI models for China users. Google launches new image and video generative AIs, Imagen 3 and VO. Amazon accused of secretly excluding low-income neighborhoods from Prime delivery by District of Columbia's Attorney General. EU could target ultra-low-cost e-tailers like Shine and Temu with package handling fee or import tax. UK police forces quietly withdraw from X platform amid content concerns. Joe Rogan again had the #1 podcast on Spotify for 2024. DAZN signs landmark free-to-view deal with FIFA to exclusively broadcast FIFA Club World Cup 2025 globally. IRA bomber Marion Price sues Disney Plus over murder scene in TV show Say Nothing. SenseTime restructures to focus on AI cloud and vision models. Western AI firms are worried about censorship in China's AI models. OpenAI and Dural to develop anti-drone AI for U.S. defense. New York Post comments as Joe Biden's predictable pardon of Hunter didn't threaten his reputation. It cemented an already corrupt legacy. Bernie Sanders says Elon Musk is a very smart guy, and RFK Jr. is right about our unhealthy society. Trump pick for NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman is a billionaire who paid for 2 SpaceX flights. UK bans daytime TV ads for cereals, muffins, and burgers. Nearly 30% of U.S. drugstores closed in 1 decade, study shows, and maternity wards closed at most U.S. rural hospitals, study claims. Waterborne disease outbreaks associated with splash pads. United States, 1997 to 2022, illness can be transmitted by ingesting water contaminated with feces. The world's oldest known albatross laid an egg at the age of 74. Antarctica's Conger ice shelf was weakening for decades before collapse. Scientists find, 2 years ago, East Antarctica ice shelf, Conger ice shelf, collapses for the first time in human history. Archaeologists suspect shipwreck found near Kenya may be from Vasco da Gama's last voyage. Mexico detains more than 5,200 migrants in single day. Reportedly, migrant caravans continue despite Trump's threats. Mexican troops seize a record fentanyl haul days after Trump threatened tariffs. U.S. offers $15 million for arrest of Mexican cartel leader El Mencho. French lawmakers vote to oust prime minister in the first successful no-confidence vote since 1962. Yale list picks Taylor Swift childless cat lady as 2024's top quote. MSNBC comments as South Korea just gave Donald Trump a warning if his opponents are listening. South Korean leader will face impeachment vote over martial law declaration. South Korean opposition leader thought martial law announcement was a deep fake. Trump nominates cryptocurrency advocate Paul Atkins as SEC chair. Robinhood considering move into sports betting, CEO Vlad Tenev says. Trump's crypto project gets $30 million investment from Justin Sunday. Ethnic Slovak naive paintings from Serbia join UNESCO's list of cultural heritage, and the roof restorers of Paris now have UNESCO cultural heritage recognition. X-rays reveal a tiny 19th century beetle embedded in a Paul Gauguin painting. A Swiss auction firm becomes first to sell art solely authenticated by AI. World entering third nuclear age with few guardrails, UK military chief says. The U.S. is building an early warning system to detect geoengineering. Georgian opposition figures arrested as pro-EU protests continue. Threads users can now follow profiles from other Fediverse servers. With Blue Sky Open API, data scrapers may access Firehouse for AI training, as demoed by Hugging Face. Korea arrests CEO for adding DDoS feature to satellite receivers. NHL announces Finland, Sweden rosters for 2025 Four Nations face-off with USA, Canada. Spotify and Notebook LM have teamed up to create a personalized AI podcast about your year in audio. Scottish artist Ghislaine Kaur, who put doily on a car, wins Turner Prize 2024. In Baltic Sea, Russian ship fires signaling ammunition at German army helicopter. Bloomberg comments as Europe's newest startup trend, making AI-powered weapons, and Helsing, defense AI company in Europe, unveils intelligent swarm-capable strike drone for mass and precision. In First Call, Russian defense chief cautioned top U.S. general about large-scale military exercise in Mediterranean Sea, as Russia's top general and U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman discuss atoms, Orshnik, and North Korean troops in rare phone call, reported by NYT. Cuba's electric grid collapses after power plant failure, leaving millions in the dark. Thai PM Paedingtarn eyes National Disaster Center to handle floods, droughts, as Thailand plans to set up National Disaster Management Center. Saxo launches its flagship 2025 Outrageous Predictions Report, one as a natural disaster bankrupts a large insurance company for the first time. TikTok Shop triples Black Friday sales, topping $100 million. Tesla tells workers building Cybertruck to stay home as demand slumps. Shell, Equinor to form JV creating UK's largest independent oil and gas producer. Russia-linked Turla exploits Pakistani hacker servers to target Afghan and Indian entities. U.S. chips are no longer safe, Chinese industry bodies say in latest trade salvo. Romania was target of aggressive hybrid Russian attacks during elections, Security Council says. Caffeine's impact on brain's mesolimbic dopaminergic pathway could reduce alcohol's addictive effects. Elderly women have more robust natural killer lymphocytes than do elderly men, shown as the effect of sex on immune cells and healthy aging. Hidden entrance to a mysterious ancient temple found tucked away in an Egyptian cliff face. Crypto trading volume surged to $10 trillion for the first time in November. Texas judge blocks anti-money laundering laws enforcement nationwide, as federal court puts enforcement of the Corporate Transparency Act on hold. British regulators approve $19 billion Vodafone 3 mobile merger. Blinken says he wants to give successor Rubio the strongest hand possible. Amnesty International investigation concludes Israel is committing genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. U.S. arrests man allegedly helping North Korea prepare surprise attack on South. Elon Musk plans to expand Colossus AI supercomputer tenfold. Google DeepMind introduces Genie 2, an autoregressive latent diffusion model for virtual world and game creation with minimal input. PlayStation boss says AI will revolutionize gaming, but must be balanced with human touch. Taylor Swift's Eras tour book sells a reported 814,000 copies in 2 days. Elden Ring 2 not in development, but From Software has multiple projects in the works in variety of genres, says Hidetaka Miyazaki. And Hidetaka Miyazaki says Elden Ring might be as big a game as he ever wants to make. Where From Software is right now, in terms of scale, I would say Elden Ring is really the limit. 480-year-old firearm discovered in Arizona, described by researchers as the oldest found in the U.S. Pew Research announces for the U.S. that voters broadly positive about how elections were conducted, in sharp contrast to 2020. Trump advisors renew push for pardon of Edward Snowden. 3 weeks ago, Fox reported as Trump cabinet picks increase odds Edward Snowden could see life of freedom in the U.S. Jeff Bezos says he will try to talk Trump out of idea that the news media is an enemy, as Jeff Bezos says he is proud of decision to end endorsements at Washington Post. Very optimistic about second Trump term, as Jeff Bezos says he is optimistic about a new Trump term and can help with cutting regulations. 암호화폐, 정치, 기술 등 뉴즈소스 스크롤러의 2024년 12월 4일 에디션으로 1일 뉴스 수정을 받으세요. 1위 히트 앤드 기타 유튜브 뮤직 차트 2024년 11월 22일 11월 28일 전 세계 인기 곡 적절한 로제 앤드 브루노 마스 미소를 지으며 죽어라 레이디 가가와 브루노 마스 에데이키라 앗 Mathubanti Bagchi, Divya. Tu boda. Oscar Maidón y Fuerza Regida. Kisik, Subulashini. Si antes te hubiera conocido. Karol G. Minale. Aricharan Iswetamoan. 기터레세. 빌리 아일리시. 스파티파이 주간 인기곡 글로벌. 2024년 11월 22일 금요일부터 11월 28일 목요일까지. 적절한 로제, 브루노 마스. 미소를 지으며 죽어라, 레이디 가가, 브루노 마스, 루터, 시저 포함 캔드릭 러마어, SZA, 깃털의 새, 빌리 아일리시. 말다툼. 켄드릭 라마. 그것은 사실이다. 그레이시 에이브럼스. 2024년 11월 18일부터 11월 24일까지 넷플릭스 글로벌 상위 10위 목록에서 가장 많이 본 영화, 메리 신사들, 뜨거운 서리가 내린, 홀린, 미니언즈, 더 라이즈 오브 그루, 가장 많이 본 영화, 비영어권, 트맥스, 잃어버린 아이들, 가자, 돼봐라. 2024년 11월 18일부터 11월 24일까지 넷플릭스 글로벌 상위 10위 목록에서 가장 많이 시청한 영어 TV, 내면의 남자, 시즌 1 아케인, 시즌 2 코브라 카이, 시즌 6 가장 많이 본 TV, 비영어권, 케이지, 시즌 1 자매의 불화, 시즌 1 황후, 시즌 2 닌텐도 US 디지털 베스트셀러 2024년 12월 4일부터 슈퍼마리오 파티 트레이드마크 기호 잼버리, 마이심즈 트레이드마크 기호, 코지 번들, 스타듀밸리, 젤다의 전설 트레이드마크 기호, 왕국의 눈물. 스팀에 가장 인기 있는 게임, 전 세계적으로 스팀에서 가장 많이 팔리고 가장 많이 플레이된 게임입니다. 수익 기준 상위 100개 제품 중 2024년 11월 12일 화요일부터 2024년 11월 19일 화요일까지 Counter-Strike 2, Farming Simulator 25, PUBG, Battlegrounds, Call of Duty, 블랙 옵스 U, CISA의 사이버 보안 경고 및 주의보. CISA는 6가지 산업 제어 시스템 권고 사항을 발표했습니다. CISA는 알려진 악용 취약점 중 하나를 카탈로그에 추가합니다. AI 바다의 또 한 방울. 엔비디아의 하임버 -1.5 비인스트럭트는 오픈소스 명령 데이터 세트와 내부적으로 수집된 합성 데이터 세트의 조합을 사용하여 하임버 -1.5 비베이스에서 미세 조정된 1.5 비맥의 변수 모델입니다. 이 모델은 감독된 미세 조정 및 직접 선호도 최적화를 통해 미세 조정되었습니다. 하임버 -1.5 비인스트럭트는 수학 추론, 함수 호출, 역할극과 같은 복잡하고 중요한 여러 작업을 수행할 수 있습니다. South Korea's President Yoon reverses martial law effort after lawmakers reject it. South Korean president appoints martial law commander amid military restrictions, and South Korean parliament votes to defy president by lifting his declaration of martial law, as South Korean president declares emergency martial law, accusing opposition of anti-state activities. Korea's largest labor union launches indefinite strike, calls for Yoon's resignation. 6 South Korean opposition parties to submit Yoon's impeachment bill, Yonhap says. Celsius founder and former CEO Alexander Mashinsky pleads guilty to multi-billion-dollar fraud and market manipulation schemes. TikTok tells European Parliament that it dismantled networks of accounts targeting Romanian audience. And 5 days ago, TikTok rejects Romania's allegation of preferential treatment given to far-right presidential candidate. FTC takes action against Gravy Analytics. Ventil for unlawfully selling location data tracking consumers to sensitive sites. Proposed order bans use or sale of data associated with military sites, churches, labor unions, and other sensitive locations. Kendrick Lamar and SZA announced massive co-headlining 2025 Grand National Tour of U.S. stadiums. Pokemon TCG Pocket reportedly surpassed over $200 million in first month. Jaguar copies nothing with Type 00 concept car, debut at Miami Art Week 2024. Dutch and French police take down Matrix encrypted chat app. 2.3 million messages captured. Axios comments as hackers pivot from data breaches to total destruction. U.S. officials still working to evict Chinese hackers from major U.S. telecom networks. Biden says the U.S. is all in on Africa during his Angola visit meant to counter China. Unknown disease kills 143 in southwest Congo, local authorities say. In Kenya, KBA warns 24 banks at risk of closure over proposed core capital increase. Meta seeks nuclear power developers for reactors to start in early 2030s. Australia is struggling with oversupply of solar power. Coca-Cola just weakened its goal to reduce single-use plastics. Experts create controllable gastric balloon to aid weight loss. Women with depression may be more likely to have painful periods, study suggests. Air pollution significantly increases inflammation in those with heart disease, raising health risks of exposure, Intermountain study finds. A potential SpaceX deal would boost the value of Elon Musk's company to $350 billion. California leaders move to protect abortion ahead of Trump term. Meta's Mark Zuckerberg seeks active role in Donald Trump's tech policies. Apple says it uses Amazon's custom AI chips, and Amazon launches new tool to tackle AI hallucinations. Microsoft faces £1.2 billion lawsuit in UK over cloud software licensing practices. Google said worried contract with Israel could damage its reputation, as recently, The Intercept exposes contradictions in Google's Project Nimbus claims. Meta says harmless content is mistakenly taken down too often, and Meta says AI content made up less than 1% of election-related misinformation on its apps. Telegram partners with Child Safety Group to scan content for sexual abuse material. Blue Sky COO rejects idea upstart social app is left-leaning. Amazon announces supercomputer, new server powered by homegrown AI chips. Tens Torrent RISC-V and chiplet technology selected to build the future of AI in Japan. 9 months ago, Jim Keller sketches AI strategy to bypass NVIDIA. Kai Guichang's AI model makes its solo exhibition debut in Macau with Kai SoulScan. U.S. Labor Department proposes nixing sub-minimum wage for disabled workers. Afghanistan Taliban to ban women from midwifery and nursing courses amid an already suffering health sector. The new EU Parliament voted to exempt countries with stable or growing forests from its deforestation law. Putin's planes took Ukrainian kids into coerced Russian adoption, a Yale report says. Fatah, Hamas agree to form committee to run post-war Gaza. New UN aid chief vows ruthlessness to prioritize spending as funding for world's crises shrinks. A 65,000-year-old hearth reveals evidence that Neanderthals produced tar for stone tools in Iberia. Ethiopian wolves are the first large carnivores found to slurp nectar. The first ice-free day in the Arctic Ocean could occur before 2030. Fortune reports that Mark Zuckerberg publicly praises Meta's Llama AI, but also uses rival GPT-4 to improve an internal AI coding tool. Amazon eyes news partners for revamped AI Alexa voice assistant. Music sector workers to lose nearly a quarter of income to AI in next 4 years, global study finds. Recent AI paper cites evidence that AI positively impacts scientific R&D. China bans exports to U.S. of gallium, germanium, and ammonia in response to chip sanctions. Apple to foray into foldable phone segment in 2026 with a flip-style iPhone. Official trailer released for Disney's live-action Snow White. Alex Consani becomes first transgender model of the year at UK Fashion Awards. Surprise! RFK Jr. used to sell bottled water